There was a time I thought I had dinner figured out. Grilled salmon, fresh spinach, and a tall glass of milk. What could be healthier? But a few hours later, I was bloated, drained of energy, and wondering why a meal that looked so good on paper left me feeling so bad. A week later, my doctor explained that my iron levels had dipped again, and suddenly the light bulb went off. Friends, here's the truth. Sometimes it isn't the food itself, it's the way we combine it. Many of the meals we've enjoyed for decades can quietly work against us after 60, making it harder to digest nutrients, messing with medications, and leaving us uncomfortable. Today, I'm sharing the unfortunate food pairings seniors should avoid and the easy swaps that let you enjoy your meals while protecting your health. As we get older, our digestion slows, stomach acid decreases, and our bodies become a little less efficient at pulling nutrients out of food. The combinations that once felt hearty and satisfying can now bring on reflux, fatigue, or even rob us of key vitamins and minerals. That's the bad news. The good news is that a few small changes can transform the way you feel after eating. By the end of this video, you'll know the pairings that deserve caution, why they matter, and what to try instead. And don't go anywhere, because near the end I'll share one everyday breakfast habit that silently robs seniors of energy and vitality, something most people don't realize they're doing. Let's start with a sneaky one. I used to think that pouring milk over iron-fortified cereal or adding cheese to a spinach omelette was the perfect way to fuel up. But what I didn't realize was that calcium, especially from dairy, interferes with the body's ability to absorb iron. For seniors, this is no small matter. Low iron can leave you feeling weak, lightheaded, or constantly tired, even if you're eating all the right foods. That glass of milk you thought was helping may actually be standing in the way. The solution is simple. Separate your calcium and iron. If you're enjoying beans, lentils, or leafy greens, try adding vitamin C instead. Squeeze a little lemon over your spinach, or have strawberries with your cereal. Vitamin C boosts iron absorption, while calcium blocks it. Then save your milk or yogurt for a later snack or another meal where it can shine on its own. Now let's talk about the iconic steak and potatoes. For decades, it was the centerpiece of family dinners. And while the old myth about proteins and starches fighting in your stomach isn't scientifically accurate, the reality is that this heavy combination can weigh seniors down. Here's why. Protein and starch together make for a dense, slow-digesting meal. As we age, our stomachs take longer to empty, and that delay often leads to bloating, reflux, and a wave of fatigue that makes us want to crawl into bed instead of enjoying the evening. But here's the twist. You don't have to give up steak night. Instead of pairing your meat with a mountain of mashed potatoes, try balancing it with lighter sides. A colorful plate of roasted broccoli, green beans, or asparagus keeps things moving smoothly. If you crave a starch, make it a smaller portion of fiber-rich quinoa or sweet potato. You'll still feel satisfied, but instead of dragging through the evening, you'll have steady energy and no regrets. Now, this one can be serious. One morning, I added grapefruit to my breakfast as a healthy touch. Later that week, I noticed my blood pressure pills weren't working the way they usually did. When I mentioned it to my doctor, he explained that grapefruit can interfere with the way certain medications are broken down in the body. It works like this. Grapefruit blocks an enzyme in the gut that normally helps your body process drugs. With that enzyme shut down, more of the medication enters your bloodstream, which can cause unpredictable results or dangerous side effects. Over 80 medications, from cholesterol pills to heart meds, are affected. If grapefruit is one of your favorites, don't worry. Just check with your doctor or pharmacist before mixing it with your prescriptions. If it's not safe, berries, apples, or pears make excellent stand-ins. That way, you keep your fruit on the plate, but protect your health at the same time. Now let's visit pasta night. Spaghetti with tomato sauce is a classic, but for many seniors, it's also a recipe for heartburn. The problem isn't some mysterious clash of nutrients. It's the acidity of the tomatoes combined with a heavy starch load that lingers in the stomach. As we age, the muscle that keeps stomach acid where it belongs weakens. That means the more acidic the meal, the more likely you are to feel that burn in your chest after dinner. But you don't have to give up pasta to keep reflux at bay. Choose whole grain noodles, which digest more gradually, and mellow your sauce with olive oil, garlic, or even a pinch of baking soda. Or branch out with pesto, or an olive oil and herb dressing. These swaps keep the comfort, but spare you the misery later in the evening. And now for a debated duo, bananas and milk. I used to blend them together every morning, convinced I was starting the day strong. There's no scientific proof that this combination is harmful, but many seniors, including me, find it heavy and hard on digestion. For those who are lactose intolerant, which is more common after 60, this pairing can mean bloating, gas, or fatigue. Here's the better approach. If you enjoy smoothies, switch to almond, oat, or lactose-free milk. The drink becomes lighter, easier on the stomach, and you still get the sweetness of the banana. Toss in some spinach or a few berries, and you've created a smoothie that energizes instead of slowing you down. Finally, let's talk about the sneaky habit I promised you earlier. Many of us love sipping tea or coffee with breakfast. But here's the catch. Both drinks contain compounds that block the absorption of iron from plant foods. So if you're enjoying eggs with spinach, beans on toast, or even a fortified cereal, drinking tea or coffee at the same time means you're getting far less iron than you think. Over the years, this can add up to low energy, especially if you don't eat much red meat. The fix couldn't be simpler. Enjoy your tea or coffee an hour before or after your meal, not during it. And when you sit down to an iron-rich plate, pair it with something rich in vitamin C, like a squeeze of lemon or a side of fresh fruit. You'll get more of the nutrients your body needs, and your morning ritual will work for you, not against you. So here's the takeaway, my friends. Getting older doesn't mean giving up the foods we love, but it does mean eating smarter. By paying attention to how we pair our meals, we can avoid unnecessary discomfort, get more from the food we eat, and keep our energy levels where they belong. If this video helped you rethink a few of your habits, give it a like, subscribe to Golden Years Guru, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And speaking of next time, you won't want to miss it. We'll uncover the sneaky foods that drain seniors of energy, even when they look perfectly healthy. Until then, let's keep thriving, not just surviving, in these golden years.